Can UTSA leverage their home field advantage to upset North Texas, or will the Mean Green's explosive passing game reign supreme in this AAC clash? Let's start by breaking down the quarterbacks. North Texas, Chandler Rogers has been the engine for the Mean Green offense. Ranking third nationally in passing yards, he's thrown for over 3,000 yards with 26 touchdowns and only 10 interceptions. Rogers has a knack for finding his receivers downfield but will need to overcome UTSA's turnover-happy defense, which thrives on creating game-changing plays. UTSA, Owen McCown has been steady, throwing 20 touchdowns against just 4 interceptions. While his yardage total doesn't match Rogers, McCown's low turnover rate and composure under pressure give UTSA a reliable playmaker at quarterback. Add in his ability to scramble when needed, and McCown becomes a dual threat North Texas must respect. And now, for the moment you've been waiting for, today's AI pick. Our pick is UTSA +1. Here's why. Home field advantage. UTSA's Alamodome provides a loud and challenging environment for opponents, especially in crucial third down situations. Momentum matters. UTSA comes off a confidence-boosting win over Memphis, while North Texas has dropped 3 straight games, including a demoralizing loss to Army. Value play. The current line gives UTSA value, as we projected them as slight favorites. Backing the Roadrunners here capitalizes on a market inefficiency. The combination of these factors makes UTSA +1 the smart play. The value here is undeniable. Don't sleep on the Roadrunners. That's our take on the North Texas vs UTSA matchup. Now for Game 2. Can the Colorado State Rams continue their dominant streak and cover the spread against a struggling Wyoming Cowboys team? Let's break it down. Let's kick things off by breaking down the quarterbacks. Starting with Wyoming's Caden Anderson, he's put up 719 passing yards this season, with 5 touchdowns and 3 interceptions. That's not the kind of production you want from your QB in a rivalry game, especially when he's missing key offensive weapons like running back DeWine McNeely and wide receiver Alex Brown. Anderson will need to rise to the occasion if the Cowboys hope to keep this game competitive. Now for Colorado State. Braden Fowler-Nicolosi has shown flashes of consistency, throwing for 1,611 yards with 7 touchdowns and 5 interceptions. Completing 61.7% of his passes, he's capable of managing the offense, but the Rams really shine on the ground. Fowler-Nicolosi's ability to exploit Wyoming's secondary, which allows an average of 231 passing yards per game, will be crucial. Look for him to complement the running game rather than carry the load. Alright, it's time for the moment you've been waiting for, our AI pick. After analyzing all the key factors, our AI is confidently backing Colorado State to cover the -9.5 spread. Why? It's all about the matchups. The Rams' rushing attack, led by Avery Morrow, is averaging nearly 182 yards per game and should have no trouble against Wyoming's struggling run defense, which is giving up a whopping 196 yards per game. That kind of ground dominance will open up passing lanes for Fowler-Nicolosi and keep Wyoming's defense on its heels. On to Game 3. Can the UCLA Bruins keep their bowl dreams alive, or will the Washington Huskies' home dominance continue under the Friday night lights? UCLA's senior quarterback Ethan Garbers. At 6'3", Garbers has shown flashes of brilliance this season but has struggled with consistency, throwing 12 touchdowns against 11 interceptions. His tendency to force passes has led to turnovers, which could prove costly against Washington's opportunistic defense. In last week's win over Iowa, Garbers threw 2 touchdowns but also had 2 interceptions. For UCLA to succeed, Garbers needs to limit mistakes and lean on their running game to keep the pressure off. On the other side, Washington's quarterback situation is intriguing. Will Rogers, the experienced pocket passer, has been steady with 2,343 passing yards and a 71.4% completion rate. But the Huskies have a wild card in freshman Demond Williams Jr., whose mobility adds a dynamic element to their offense. Rogers will likely get the start, but don't be surprised if Williams sees action to exploit UCLA's defensive schemes. Now, onto our AI prediction. After crunching the numbers, analyzing offensive and defensive metrics, and factoring in game trends, our AI is backing the under 46.5 total points. Both teams rely heavily on their defenses, and with UCLA's offensive struggles and Washington's home field advantage, we're expecting a low-scoring, hard-fought game. Now on to our final game. Will Houston's defense shine under the Friday night lights, or can Arizona's offense finally deliver at home? Houston's Donovan Smith has struggled this season, completing 65.4% of his passes with 4 touchdowns and 8 interceptions. His turnovers have been costly, but short pass efficiency keeps their offense moving if he stays mistake-free. For Arizona, Noah Fifita has thrown for 2,324 yards, 13 touchdowns, and 10 interceptions. His connection with Tetairoa McMillan, who has over 1,000 receiving yards, is the Wildcats' best defensive weapon, but inconsistency has been their downfall. Our AI prediction, under 45.5 total points. Both teams struggle offensively, and with Houston's defense and Arizona's inconsistency, this game is likely to be a low-scoring battle. Quick recap: Game 1, we're taking the UTSA +1. Our AI thinks the wrong team is favored. Game 2, Colorado State -9.5. Game 3, we're taking under 46.5 in the UCLA versus Washington game. And finally Game 4, we're taking under 45.5 in the Arizona versus Houston game. Thanks to our 560 subscribers, you mean the world to us. See you tomorrow and enjoy the games.